Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog.
Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog, and I'm pulling up because we need to steal game 2. We do not want to go back to Brooklyn down 0-2. How do we beat Philly in game 2? You know, everybody talking about, don't let Embiid dominate. You know, do your best with Embiid. But a 2-pointer is less than a 3-pointer. And they hit 21 3-pointers last game. Shout out to Barry. What up, Barry? Shout out to BG. And we can't accept that. We lost by 20, and the difference point-wise from the Brooklyn Nets. What up, Coach? I see you, Coach. What's up? You know I'm waiting for tomorrow night's show. It's 24 points. They hit 21 3-pointers. We hit 8, right? So when you do the math, you can see we lost there in the turnover matchup. We got to protect the ball more. And again, my answer is Cam Thomas. I start Cam Thomas over Doe, and he gets minutes over Joe Harris as well. I do both. I take minutes from Joe Harris and Doe. If Joe can't help us guard it and Embiid, his minutes need to be sliced or cut down. He need to take it. We don't need him to be in the game if he can't help us guard Embiid. He has to help us rebound, defend, and specifically defend Embiid. And he has to, in my opinion, be able to double team and then run back and contest the 3-point line. You know, he was one of the better defenders in Dallas, and we need him to keep up that same pace of defense or even turn up even more, because his role might be the same or a little bit bigger with the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not sure. That being said, if we go down 0-2, is dismal for the Brooklyn Nets. If we got real bright spot that we should have confidence if we win this game. In my opinion, this game 2 is almost like a game 4. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to. This is a young team, and this is what I will say about my team because I've been watching them all season. For the most part, we did have epic comebacks. I think we did it versus Boston, maybe. Yeah. And I think we did it one more time this season. But I do not want to put us in a situation where we need to come win from an epic comeback on the road in the playoffs. That's the odds against us. The best way for us to win this game is to put Cam Thomas in the first quarter. Now, I'm not throwing my team under the bus to say that we can't do it, but what I will say is that we struggle and have a hard time tying the game and taking the lead and protecting the lead once we're playing from behind. If we win that first quarter and it's toggling between the lead, the ties, a lot of ties and lead changes, we could win those games. It's way more competitive. You don't know which way it's going to go, and it's flowing. The offense is flowing. But when the offense gets stagnant, sometimes I feel like if we don't go to Mikal Bridges like we did with KD and ask him to do an ISO, we have a hard time picking a bread and butter play that, all right, you said the back screen. This is our bread and butter. This is the play that we execute when we need a bucket. Not an ISO play, but an actual X and O drawn up play on the iPad or wherever they do it. So we'll see. He said, "You make sense. 3 is more than 2. Those closeouts are important." Yeah, I mean, they dominated from the perimeter last game. We can't allow that. And on top of that, for a playoff game for a fan to watch uncontested 3-pointers, it hurt. When you see Spencer Dinwiddie jump at Niang and Niang step to the side and hit the 3, I'll accept that more than I'll take three ball where a guy, you see him setting his feet because the defense not coming. And that's the one of the main things about contesting the three. The shooter doesn't get to set their feet. Because once they set their feet and they, get in their form, they lock their elbows, they do whatever they shooters do before they take their jump shot. If they wide open, they're professionals. 9 times out of 10, they're going to knock that down. So that being said, we need to play better perimeter defense. And if it takes the sacrifice of putting Joel Embiid in ISO situations, then so be it. If it's sacrifice putting Nick Claxton in trouble and foul trouble, and that's what we need to do, then so be it. The 2 reasons why I said that is because, for one, Joel Embiid was successful passing out of the double team last game, and that's because, and you see that with the 3-point percentage, they shot 48% from 21 threes, and they shot 48%, 48.8%. That is tough. That's tough to win versus, that's tough to win regardless. So who you playing? So we got to do a better job on defense. Spencer and James Harden, that matchup did not work out for Spence. Spence lost that matchup. And I don't like Spence taking that many threes. He took 5, he hit 1 for 5. Spence is a scorer more than a 3-point shooter. If he can get hot and he can start, get into the basket, drawing fouls, and then the defender is giving him space because they don't want Spence to go to the basket, then yes, I'm interested in seeing him take the 3 ball. The 2-point game should open up the 3-point game for the Brooklyn Nets. Every time we try to lead with the 3, we lose. How many times have you seen the Nets start the first quarter taking a bunch of threes? And a lot of those games, percentage-wise, when you show that, okay, this is how we had 82 first quarters, right? 82 games, 82 first quarters. The quarters that we would, going heavy with the 3, we did win some of those games. We did. That's true. But some of those games when we get behind, it's hard for us to come back, tie, and take the lead and protect it. I'm telling you. Cam Thomas is the fix in this situation. It's his natural game. He attacks the rim. He put pressure on the bigs. He's either going to draw. It's going to be a physical game. He's going to make it a physical game by attacking the bigs. And you need to attack them. They got Ed Reed. They got Joel Embiid. Those 2 guys, they're going to give us a hard time again, especially if you're not making them play defense, because all they doing is waiting for the rebound. They know we're going to shoot the 3. So they ain't even got to worry about exerting so much energy on the defensive side, because the defense don't come their way. And then if we doing Joel double teams, y'all won't attack it. Y'all, we'll look for the 3 ball. And what I'm saying is pass it out, have slashers, have guys cut into the basket, players cut into the basket to put more pressure on Embiid. Don't let him escape the pressure, Then open up the 3 ball. Keep attacking him. Ed Sumner, Cam Thomas, Spencer Dinwiddie, all players that play downhill, even Twin, Cam Johnson, pause. He could pump fake from the 3-point line and then attack the rim and dunk it. And dunk. You feel what I'm saying? So, I just feel like for the Brooklyn Nets fans to be confident going into game 3, we really need to win game 2, bro. We really need to win game 2. It is absolutely necessary that we win this game. I don't even want to consider what it takes if we lose this game for us to win the series. So I'll say that Cam Thomas should start. So my starting lineup is Nick Claxton, Twin, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges at the 3, because he's one of the better perimeter defenders. He did that for the Phoenix Suns in the West. And part of the reason, a vital part of the defense for the Suns, and it was a big reason on why they went to the finals. Mikal Bridges has been a plus for the Suns since he got there. He played the bench when they needed him to play more defense, and when they see Booker hurt and he needed to have more offense. He did that too. He came out of college scoring 17 per. Him averaging what he averaged now, I'm not even surprised no more. I seen him play. He got a floater. He kissed the glass. He plays he's a good basketball player, man. He played his ass off, man. Shout out to him, man. He's a good player. Hey, I like him being the number one guy, but I like Cam Thomas being the number two guy. I don't want Spencer Dinwiddie being that next guy. And Twin, he's a guy, he's not known. He can put the points up, but that's not necessarily his game. You know what I mean? And I don't want to change his game to take away from how he impact the game by asking him to take so much of a different role. You know what I'm saying? Listen, JV got to respect Cam Thomas, even if you don't like him. There's players that don't like coaches, and there's coaches that don't like players. But we only had 101 points last game. And you know this teammate, this player that's on the, you know what I mean, and Cam Thomas give you 17 points a game. Because he say he don't know how to marry 29 shots. Put Cam Thomas in a game where he scores, you know what I mean, 17. We only need him to score 20. Let him score 20. You know, let him score 20. And how many shot attempts? He get Joe Harris shot attempts. He get Doe shot attempts. Give him some of Royce O'Neal shot attempts. And Royce O'Neal still gonna get shot attempts. Excuse me, this is an easy fix. This isn't complicated as people make it seem. Now, shout out to Coach. If you're still there, I know you could appreciate this. Jacques Vaughn and Jackie Robinson went to the same high school. So, what I was saying is, being that Jackie Robinson is known for all of the bases that he stole, we need to steal a game in Philly. We need to get that spirit of Jackie Robinson, Jackie, you know what I mean? And steal a game. That's exactly what we need to do. We need to steal a game like Jackie Robinson was steal a base. If we could steal a game the way Jackie Robinson steal a base, oh, we in a good situation. We looking good. The lilac flowers are smelling good. Just give us our flowers now. Because if we steal that game, I'm telling you, the sixth man is going to be such a factor. The sixth man is going to be the Nets fans at game 3. I'm telling you, man, we're going to be able to impact the Philadelphia 76ers with the fans if we win this game. We put a lot of pressure. We take a lot of pressure off us if we win this game. We have to. It's a must win and it's necessary. So yeah, again, Jacques Vaughn and Jackie Robinson went to the same high school, not at the same times, obviously, right? But they went to the same high school. Yeah. So that being said, listen. Shout out to running back Philly. I was on his show. I did a video with him the other day. I posted it. And, you know, I was telling him that we could definitely steal a game too. And, you know, I thought we was going to get game 1. I was wrong about that for said reasons. But I think that we could definitely steal a game. I think check that video out. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. Subscribe to his joint too. He do good. He got good content. You know what I mean? I kick it. He a Knick fan. I kick it with him on Tuesdays at Heart of the City at 8:30. He said, y'all have to meet Philly's hunger. Philly knows after you is Boston and then Milwaukee to get to the finals. You're hungry. They're hungry to make this 4-0 series get rest before the next series. All right, this is a dope comment. Shout to Coach Ed. I totally agree with this comment. After last game, I could see that Philly's hungry. And I feel like if they don't get past us, they have to dismantle that team. And the reason why is because Harden, he ain't signed no contract. And Embiid is pretty much the only one there from the process that started with him. And what people tend to overlook, because, you know, the Brooklyn Nets got a lot of criticism about us and how we supposed to win the championship in that 4-year span when KD and Kyrie was here, that 4-season span. But yet, coach, peep game. I'm about to throw the link in for coach, man. But yet, Philly had Embiid from 2014, and it's 2023 season, and they still didn't win a championship, didn't reach the finals. But the Brooklyn Nets had more pressure to win in that 4-season time span than the Philadelphia 76ers had to win from 2014. You see the double standards? But that's neither here nor there, because the game is basketball, the business is winning, right? So it's about who wins, not about how long they did not win. So the 76ers, if they don't win now, their pressure is to dismantle that team because it hasn't worked since Joel Embiid got to the team. And he's been their core piece, right? We could all agree that since Embiid's been on the team, he's been the better player for the 76ers. You may say, oh, maybe Jimmy Butler was, but maybe. But he's on the Miami Heat, and they decided to invest in Embiid a long time ago. And Maxey as well, too. They may keep Maxey and Embiid if they don't come out this first round, but I got them losing in 7. I said 6, but I got them losing in 7. Yeah, I got them losing in 7. And let me get back to this comment too. This is dope. He said Philly knows after you is Boston. Now I do see Boston getting past to the next round. I do. I ain't gonna lie, they gave Atlanta that business the other day. And even though Atlanta had some pushback at the end of the game, I think Atlanta gets 2 at most. But I don't think Boston gets to the next round in the sweep. I don't. Milwaukee, I'm not sure. I think Milwaukee wins in 7. I'll say that and won't say no more. They wins in 7 if they win. You know what I mean? I'll say if they win. Yeah, if they win it, it's going to be in 7, right? So again, yeah, they want to make it a 4-0 series, but we not trying to get them no 4-0 series. Hell no. You know? Hell to the no. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was gonna throw the link, but I don't think I'm gonna be here for long, Coach. If I am, I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. But I think I got to maneuver. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Listen, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. We need Cam Thomas in there. Also, I spoke on that, but also I want to say Wasabi Watanabe. Wasabi Watanabe is somebody that hustles. He plays hard. I seen him in fourth quarter or second half situations where he showed up big, whether it was just him being in the game. He's one of those players, just put him in the game and good things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. And he's somebody that Spence can find in the corner where Mikal Bridges can now move to the, you know what I'm saying? He can move around. He don't have to be in the corner. Wasabi Watanabe could be there. And remember, I told y'all that Mikal Bridges led the league in corner 3-pointers. But remember, in the beginning of the season, what Wasabi Watanabe was doing, how he even got the name Wasabi Watanabe. Remember, he was leading in 3-point percentage. He was lights out, and then he caught an injury, and then after that, he got his minutes took because of the trade and everything like that. But that being said, he's somebody that we need to put in the roster. He needs to get more minutes. He definitely needs to get more minutes. Shout out to my guy Brockwork. Blessings, man. We need this win, man. Word. We play tonight at 7:30. I'm excited, man. On some real shit, man. I'm excited, man. I think all y'all should be as well. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all should be as well. Because trust me, we got nothing to lose. If we lose, we could just be like, all right, well, we lost. We wasn't really. No. Once we get that mindset out of our head and say we ain't got nothing to lose because we're going to focus on building and what we're going to do is next year, and that's the real Brooklyn Nets. No. The teammates next to you need to know that you believe in him and he believes in you. Y'all need to look around and say, this is enough. And don't make the same mistake that Steve Nash did in not playing Cam Thomas last season. And I'll debate anybody, especially my guy NYG22, because y'all love the narrative of that, the defense and this and that. We had 101 points. We need more points. If the Philadelphia 76ers go into game 2 with the confidence that they could shoot the ball the way they did last game, we're going to need more points. If Doe was going to stop them, he would have. Don't rely on Doe to shoot to out. We cannot outshoot Philadelphia in Philadelphia. You get what I'm trying to say? We're not supposed to try to hit more three-pointers than Philadelphia in Philadelphia. Attack the rim, put pressure on the big, make them a one-dimensional team. That is the significance of it. With Joel Embiid and Paul Reed there, they are a two-dimensional team. They can score. They got somebody that can play with their back to the basket, and then Joel Embiid and Ed Reed, kind of to an extent. And we don't have that. As good as Nick Claxton is, he doesn't play with his back to baskets from make us a two-dimensional team. So when Jacque Vaughn goes to the press conference to say, yeah, we're going to go heavy on the three ball, what difference in game plan wise, offensively, are you doing different besides what Steve Nash and D'Antoni did? Because defensively, Jacque Vaughn is a better coach defensively than Steve Nash is. Jacque Vaughn calls more timeouts and has better rotations and subs than Steve Nash did. But one problem that I see with Jacque Vaughn and with the same is him being stubborn with this Cam Thomas situation. I don't see the logic of not playing. And I debated what he said, talking about marrying 29 shots for him to get 40-something points, but we lost. But so hold on, the other 4 plays got nothing to do with that, because the team is scoring for us to lose like that. It's not like we lost the game because we wasn't scoring enough points. No, the other teammates wasn't scoring enough, and they weren't defending enough. Cam Thomas was the solution, part of the solution. He's part of the recipe for winning, not the other way around. So please, Jacque Vaughn, hold it down, my guy. Hold it down. Brockwork said, I think the Nets play well. They just didn't do it for 4 quarters. Exactly. It's the playoffs. You got to do it for 48 minutes. You can't do it for just, 24 minutes. You got to do it for 48 minutes. You need to give 24 some minutes in Cam Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports says, it's cool, bro, if you're not here long. I'm actually editing part of my podcast so I can get to my producer. Oh, all right. That's what up, man. I need help with that, the editing and, you know what I mean? Just that side of it, because even with Heart of the City, I feel like we got a lot of content that we need to clip up and make reels. You know what I mean? I feel like that, that show, it would be a bigger show if we get better on that side of things, because it's a dope show. And y'all know that's one of my favorite shows. As a recent, I haven't been able to get on the same way. I'll be at work, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I can pull away, sometimes it'd be a little tough to get busy at work. But yeah, man, that's how I feel. And I think that's how we beat the Philadelphia 76ers. I think we put Cam Thomas in the game as a starter over Doe. And when Joe Harris is supposed to sub in Doe. And then sub in Joe Harris. Do the lineup that way, and I think we'll be better, in my opinion. Also, Twin, you played great, but Tobias Harris outplayed you. He did. And that was part of the reason why we lost as well. Tobias Harris cannot win that matchup tonight versus Twin. Tobias Harris was 3 for 3 behind the arc last game. We can't have that. I'd rather run him off the 3-point line before I let Tobias Harris take threes the way he did last time. That shit was horrific. So in the 19 turnovers, man, we got to protect the ball way better than we did. We have to protect the ball way better than we did. And last but not least, Mikal Bridges not getting that many shot attempts in the last game is crazy. In the second half was crazy. Yo, I couldn't believe he only had like 4 points. I'm like, what are we doing? Why are you not giving him the ball? Like, why? Even if they doubling him, okay, now we know they doubling him. What we do? We counter that with Cam Thomas getting in the game. So that was my issue with the coach. There's the highlights. My bad. Um, yeah. So that's how I feel about that, yo. But I wanna show y'all something. Well, I want to show y'all something. This is what I'm gonna get into before I do, because I feel it's necessary for us to to win. I think we win. All right, so boom. This is the shot chart, right? This is the shot chart. So it got all plays. I just want to show we getting off the 76 next plays. Next plays. Okay. So you got Mikal Bridges. Like we gonna break the game down if we're gonna break it down, right? We're gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down. Now look. You got Mikal Bridges. This is his shot chart. Oh shit. No, see, it went to all players. I don't want all players or Mikal Bridges. Alright. This is Mikal Bridges' shot chart. Right? 1, 2, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots inside of the 3-point line made. Right? That's where he do his winning. That's where he go get dinner for the family. This is how he packs the groceries. He goes, he's in the paint. Look how he around the paint on the left side, on the right side, in the middle, but by the key, by the free throw line, hit 2 threes by the elbow. He's a threat everywhere on the court, right? For the most part. He's a bucket. Now, this is his makes and misses. So we're going to go through it because we're going to see who wasn't there for us. Now you got Dorian Finney-Smith. He only took 3 shots. 3 shots? Oh, my bad. Let me see something. I don't know. I just felt like he wasn't there, man. I don't know what it is. All right, fourth quarter. This is the problem. This is Mikal Bridges. He made a 3-point shot. Mikal Bridges makes 3-point shot from assist from Royce O'Neal. Why is Mikal Bridges only making 1 shot in the fourth quarter? That's a problem. Let's see what he did third quarter. Third quarter, Mikal Bridges, 1 shot. Why? And he was 2 for 2 in the second half. If he's out, this is a coaching blunder. If he is our guy, our number 1 scorer, it's no excuse for him only taking 2 shots in the second half. And he was 2 for 2. When I watched Westbrook last night make a good impact on his team, and he shot terrible. He was like 2 for whatever, like 13 or worse. And in the fourth quarter, in clutch time, winning time, he shot a 3, a brick, but still, he's still shooting it though. You gotta keep the defense honest and let Mikal Bridges attack the ball more. So to add to what I'm saying on why I was mad at Jack Vaughn, Mikal Bridges took 1 shot in the third quarter. So who taking the shots in the third quarter? Well, okay, it wasn't Dorian Smith. It wasn't Dorian Smith. Spencer Dinwiddie, not really. He was 2 for 3. Okay. That like this isn't bad, but there's gotta be a situation, Kim. Okay, 3 for 3 for twin. That's not bad. Nick Claxton, 2 for 3. It's still not bad. That's still not bad. Seth Curry. Shout out to Seth Curry. I ain't give enough love to Seth Curry because Seth Curry, I feel like he played great. You know, I feel like Steph Curry played great. He was 1 for 2 in the fourth quarter. And he did most of what he do in in the in the first half. You know, he did most of this in the second quarter, I think. And if you look at this quarter by quarter, we lost every quarter point wise. And yeah, it equals 21 at the end of the game. But the way we went into that second quarter, to me, was tough. Harden hit that three. I think he hit the three before half. But case in point is they went on to the next quarter in a run, first and second quarter. And we kept it close for the most part. But again, 25 points ain't going to beat no team in the playoffs, man. It's hard to win like that. Put it like that. That's not our game. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm trying to, you know, acknowledge all of the discrepancies I have with last game to see how we could change it for us to win. I'm not pulling up to recap it to say, oh, this is what we lost and that's it. Nah, I'm actually trying to figure a way for us to win the game. I know Nick Claxton has to be more involved just to see if he could get Embiid in foul trouble. Because in my opinion, Embiid wasn't attacked enough. John said no more senseless double team, leaving guys wide open. I agree. John said we have to win the 50-50 battle in order to win tonight. That's true. That is true. Andre said back at it tonight. Oh, he talking to John. He said, so you want Embiid to go 1-on-1. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. So if y'all want to go back and forth, I love to see it. I'm the Don King of this shit. I'm playing, but I love to see it. I definitely want to see Andre and John, you know what I'm saying, kick it. Shout out to Coach too, man. I know you say you're busy, but shout out to you too, man. It's always good. It's always good. I want to hear what you got to say about that Knick game as well, man. I don't know how I call that series, man, but y'all look tougher than I won't get into that, man. I'll talk about that tomorrow. But for now, we got to focus on how we gonna win. We down 0-1. We need to put all our energy and focus into the Brooklyn Nets right now. But what I will say is, teams that see other teams winning that wasn't known for winning in the playoffs does it motivate the Brooklyn Nets. You seen the Knicks beat Cleveland, but the Cleveland ain't been to the playoffs in that long. But the Knicks, you know how the Knicks are doing. You see the Clippers beat the Suns. People, I don't know who's the favorite in that. That shit too close to call. Then you see the Kings beat the Warriors. I heard Fox was giving Curry. I heard Fox and Curry, that matchup is something to see. Said it's one of the better games in the postseason. So underdogs could beat don't think just because we the lowest seed, we can't beat the favorite. We could definitely beat the favorite. What up, John? What's good with you, bro?
What's going on, huh? Long time.
Yeah, man. And you know, Spencer been getting a lot of criticism. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to talk about
I've been having to, you know,
look. Spencer put that on himself,
like,
man. He put it on himself. I can't vouch for him because you should have been focused on the game instead of Kuzma. Kuzma has nothing to do with you facing the Philadelphia 76ers. You should have just left it alone. Like that's in the past, rear view. Forget about it. Move on. Now you just put the spotlight on you, and you just came up with the blunder of blunders. But to talk to was Andre B. Now the reason why you let a guy like Embiid go for 50 is because he's playing at home, right? You don't let the others get involved where you're double teaming him and leaving others to just basically shoot wide open practice shots at home. That's an away game plan, not a home game plan. You let Embiid go off, right? And you basically stick to the others. Same way we did the same game plan we had last time when Embiid and Harden had to go nuclear in order to beat us by a couple of points. Remember the first game where we all got, you know, when we made the trades and they all played?
Yeah.
The other guys, they were struggling. Because why? We played elite defense and we basically said, yeah, we're going to let him get his because even though we doubled Embiid, he still was the highest scorer on the team for the 76ers. So that was a useless game plan. It was you. And plus, more importantly, you have to disguise those doubles. You can't just let a guy know I'm coming from like a mile away. Like the doubles was ridiculous. Like it has to be something where you make him think.
Right.
Make them think like, is it coming? Is it not coming? Should I make a move? What should I do?
Right.
You can't just be
Because
like,
there's only 24 seconds on the shot clock.
Exactly.
So if you get him to hesitate a little bit, that works out for us. I'm with you.
Exactly. You know, and more importantly, we have to play a faster pace because we can't let these guys set up their defense. It's insane. Like, he has to throw my man Ed Sumner in the game. We have to speed up the pace because Embiid, Claxton needs to understand that you're not going to beat Embiid because you don't have any post moves. But what you can do, you could beat him down the court and just get easy buckets. Because if we have the option to put in Day, who's young, you who's young, you don't have to worry about, oh man, I have to do this. Run. That's all you got to do. Run because they don't get back.
How we feeling, man?
Yo, the Iceman, talk to me. Yeah, your boy John in here kicking that knowledge. I'm listening to what he said, and I'm going back to the game to see what the percentage was. And I know that I'm right theoretically, that what he's saying is right, and I'm just adding to what he's saying, and that is they didn't shoot the 3 ball that well when we had the game close. Remember, we only lost by like 1 point, or Spence hit the 3 from half court or some shit. You know what I mean?
That was the best game.
I'm gonna have to go and look at the statistics and compare it to the first game of the playoffs to that game, because that was the toughest we played Philly all season.
You talking about Spencer Dinwiddie?
No, I'm talking about what John's talking about. John is talking about the way that we beat the Philadelphia 76ers, and he just going over the game.
We didn't beat them. The way we competed. We got to compete better in terms of the game plan has to be a more disguised double, more disguised. It can't just be like he knows it's coming. It can't be blatant.
I think it should just be more dynamic instead of just shooting threes, because there was at one point, bro, I think we were down by like 6 or 8, something around the area. And we went on the fast break, and it was like a 2-on-1, and Royce O'Neal took a 3. God. I was like, yo, bro, just drive that.
Just drive it to the hoop.
Drive that.
That's not your game. Like, these guys got to know their limitations. Like, we don't have a pull-up artist from 3. Like, the only person I'll trust on that shot is probably Seth Curry and Joey. That's it. Because those guys, I trust them. But anyone else, just take it to the hole, bro. Get the 2 and go back on deep. That's it.
I think we should be good today, though. I think, honestly, the first move Jacque Vaughn should have did was Sumner. First dude off the bench has to be him. But, you know,
you gotta switch up the pace.
In the realistic world, you understand, I'm just expecting Jacque Vaughn to stick to what he does and hope it'll stick. But, man, if you put that dude in there to control the floor, that would have been a big difference, bro.
He will get those guys in foul trouble because the only way to basically get Embiid out of the game is to make him work. You can't just have him sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna just sag off, because we're not able to have that guy that can get him in the pick and roll. And if he backs off, because he's gonna sag off, he's not gonna chase you around.
They practice that thing.
Exactly.
There's that thing they called elephant hunting. I think Jacque Vaughn calls it elephant.
But it's not gonna work. That's why that's why I call your boy Mid, because he has to have that. He has to have that jump shot to make guys honest, because you can't elephant hunt and always think, oh, I got to take it to the basket. You have to have a midi to make them honest, because if they sag off, you could pull the midi. If they come up, you could blow past them, because and those lobs, oh my God. And he didn't even own up and take accountability for those lobs, because he said, a couple of them we could have got him. I'm like, dude, you threw the shit at the shot clock. Like, I think
the good thing about it, bro, is that we're aware of what we did wrong. You understand? We got all the wrongs out the way. So now we know what we did wrong. So now it wasn't a bad game.
We didn't play bad. It was effort. We didn't have effort, bro.
Hold on. Let me get to what y'all was saying, what John was saying, because I totally agree with that. I don't think he knows how much, though. So I went back to the game where we lost to Philly by 3, and we had the tempo of that game. And that's what I was saying in the beginning of the blog, is that we need to win that first quarter. As much as I love the Brooklyn Nets, we're not a good team playing from behind to get the tie, take the lead, to protect the lead. We more of a team to control the tempo from the first quarter. And when we do go into the second quarter with the lead, we tend to keep the lead and protect the lead. And it shows that in the game versus Philly. Now, we had a 26-28 lead going into the second quarter. Then going into half, that second quarter, we won by 6 points. So we were up by 8 points at half. You understand me? Mm-hmm. So now you got the third quarter, and they win it by 2. So it's 24-22. But in my opinion, we go into the fourth quarter with the lead. And then in the fourth quarter, they outscored us 25-16 because we couldn't get a bucket. Now, to add to that, when I look at why we had control of the pace of the game for the most part until the fourth quarter. I see Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas had 18 points, shot 7 for 12, had 14 points. Now, I'm asking Jacque Vaughn to do the same thing because we lost that game because Dinwiddie was 2 for 10. And when it come down to and that's just my opinion. And Finney Smith was 2 for 8. So
I think Cam Thomas is playing tonight. I got a feeling he's gonna play tonight.
He needs to play,
love
man.
for him to play, but that dude Jacque Vaughn, he makes me shaky about what we're gonna do.
I mean, we've seen enough of Joe Harris. He probably seen enough of Joe Harris. I think Cam Thomas is gonna take his minutes because
you know what the
he needs some
part
offense.
is? Iceman, he wants Joe Harris on the floor because he feels like it makes better spacing. Yeah, Joe Harris gives us better spacing. Like he overthinks the game. The key to being a good coach is to simplify.
Let me add to that. He feel like that because that last game when we were close, Joe Harris shot well. I just looked at it. It was like 4 for 6.
But who played in that game? A guy by the name of Brokeback Simmons. He played in that game that got Joe. He was got Joe cooking. He was getting Joe those passes.
Yeah, Joe Harris was 6 for 9. And
Joe can't get his own shot. Breezy. Joe can't create his own shot. He needs somebody to create for him. And Ben Simmons, how many assists he had in that game?
Add something that didn't play that game. But if Ben Simmons not going to be in the game, you should replace him with Add something. I agree with that. Also, Royce O'Neal didn't shoot well. He was 1 for 7, 1 for 4 for the 3-point line. So my point is that Jacque Vaughn doesn't know who to give the offensive obligations to. And I'm saying let's take the time out with Big Fan Breezy, the Brooklyn Nets blog, and just kind of give the obligation on the offensive side of the ball and where it should go. Now, 8 shots for Finney Smith, I disagree with. 13 shots for Twin CJ, I agree with. He was 4 for 13, but I'm still 13 shots. Mikal Bridges was 8 for 18. I'm as a coach, I'm giving him them 18 shots. Nick Claxton 3 for 6. You got that. Dinwiddie 2 for 10. I can't have that. That's too much. Why
was Finney why did they take Finney out the game? Like he was actually shooting good. I think he went 2 for 2 for 6 points. 2 threes made, and he just went on the bench.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either.
You noticed that what we talked about last time, that when playoffs come, you're gonna see the Twins like it's gonna click. Yo, they was on playoff mode. They was playing for the Suns that game. Everybody else was
they came to play. They came to play.
But you see the chemistry. Again, this is what I was saying last stream. I said, yo, did you remember the play from 13 to 16? When we got 13 to 16, what happened was Mikal Bridges, he had the ball, right? So he throws it to Twin. No, Mikal Bridges comes down. He has nothing. He throws it to Twin.
It looked like a broken play. I know what you're talking about.
He Twin goes to the paint, couldn't find nothing. He gives it back to Mikal. I'm trying to remember it the right way. And then Mikal,
you got it.
Mikal, he curls to the paint, couldn't find nothing, but he knew Twin was going back to the corner. So he didn't even turn. He didn't.
It looked like Golden State. It looked like Curry. You know what Curry?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it looked like Golden State.
It was beautiful. Yes,
nice. It was nice. It was nice.
I think Mikal be like, yo, he bring the ball down because he's like, yo, damn, this nigga Spencer's not passing me the ball, so I'm gonna have to take the shot myself. Like, so that's why he only passes.
Spence, I don't know. Spence, he was in his head. He was in his own head. He was trying to prove something. He should just be the facilitator. Like, get everybody involved. You're gonna your shots are gonna come. Don't worry about your shot. And when you get 13 assists, it's beautiful. We're gonna win the game. Don't worry about you getting the points because he had six points, 14 assists. That's your strength right now. Get the others involved, make them viable. Don't worry about your points. Don't worry about trying to prove Kyle Kuzma that you ain't mid. Don't worry about that. Get your assists, get everybody involved. Perfect. That's your game. That's who you are, man.
He should be good though. I think he's gonna make that adjustment, bro.
I hope he does.
Right.
I can't say that.
I you know what? Totally. I think that he does. And again, I want y'all to help me, man. I want y'all to help me with y'all content. Anytime we're kicking it like this, tweet this to Dinwiddie. Tweet this to y'all, because I don't have the time to do it. But to be honest, there's a lot of stuff that we be saying. I be wanting to send to them. I be wanting to tweet them like, yo, they need to hear this. Like, I look at my show and I'm like, yo, I feel like the guys that pull up, we end the show with a lot. Before the show ends, there's a lot of quality content. You know what I'm saying? As fans, they should, if they could hear it from our fan perspective, because remember, we still fans, but just to hear it from how we, talk the game. Now they will have to respect this shit. Like, yo, they really love the Brooklyn.
I believe the lineup he should try to trot out is he should try it out. I think he should mix Ed Sumner and Curry on the same lineup because Curry wants to get out and run. Like he just wants to. I see him. He's just like, yo, throw it up. Like he wants to get out and run. A dude like Sumner will get this guy wide open looks because
That's right.
he could create his own shot. Like if they try to run him off the 3-point line, I feel more comfortable about him dribbling and trying to create something opposed to Joey.
Yeah.
Like those two together, he needs to trot them out there. And I'm watching Day Day. Day Day is a better passer than Claxton when he gets the ball. Like he knows where to throw that outlet pass when they close out. Like I need to see more minutes with him, and he can't let Paul Reed abuse him like that, man.
No,
That's
but
bad.
you was right, bro. It's all effort, and best believe, bro.
Yeah,
Just
get
like
it to your
us
camera
fans,
right
they've
here,
been
'cause you
watching
said
the
that.
other playoff games. Like, damn, these dudes playing what we got to match that.
Yeah.
They've been watching the playoffs, so I know they're gonna be like, nah,
Bro,
we can't let everybody like
that
like
Sacramento
outplay them.
game. If you watch that game and you saw like usually when Golden State does that, a team crumbles and withers. Sacramento came back and I was like, wow. Like they got a 3. He come back with a 3. They get a shot. That's how playoff basketball is supposed to be played. You can't like Jock Vaughn threw the white flag 4 minutes, like with 4 minutes left. I said, what are you doing, bro? We got time. It's only a 10-15 point lead. Like you mean to tell me you don't believe your team could come back from that? Like this is Brooklyn. We fight to the death.
Yo, no delusional, bro. I think we're taking 2 and 3, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if you're not delusional, man. I'm just saying we would like that, but I just want to see Jacques Vaughn throw the kitchen sink. Like you can't just stay to your.
All right, so hold on, John Iceman. Do we all agree that this game is pivotal?
It's pivotal.
Like if
we lose this, we out.
Right. Hold on. I'm gonna ask Iceman. Iceman, talk to me about the pressure that we would avoid by winning this game. Just the pressure of it and just going into game 3.
Oh, big time, man! Because now, you know, we will play more loose if we win, and that's the pressure they're gonna put on Philly. Because believe it or not, Embiid is Embiid, but mentally he's weak, bro. If the other team got pressure on the Sixers, they're gonna let us do whatever we want if we run. Because Harden is not. I think Jalen Rose made a great point, bro. That when Harden is on the fast break trying to draw a foul, it's slow for him. It's because he cannot stop at a full stop because his hamstring and shit. So all he does is set up and shoot. So if we put the pressure on them by winning today, bro, it's gonna put us in a good position for game 3. But you know, it's us against the rest as well. So we gotta, you know, just play. We should be good.
Yo, what up, Leaf? Yo, hold on.
Yo, what's good, Leaf?
Yo, we going around the room. I'm asking John. That was Iceman. I want John to go next. I want to hear what
I'll be back, bro. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. All right. Yo, John, I want same question to you. Just talk about the how pivotal this game is. And like you said, you went over the strategy, but again, I agree with Iceman because I feel like the confidence is what we need to win game 3 by winning game 2. It's a domino effect. You know, that's how I feel about it. But that's me. What about you, John? And then
this game is going to come down to adjustments. And you know, Doc Rivers basically showed that he was able to make the adjustment on the fly. He didn't have to wait for the game to be complete to basically go back to the drawing board to figure out what to do. Now, in terms of what we have to do, I need to see that play Embiid straight up. Don't let the other guys get involved, because when you let the other guys get involved at home, now you got the home crowd. Now you're pretty much cooked, because we were in the game, but we were never in the game because we kept it close, but we never felt like we were going to take over the game. So this strategy, let Embiid get his 50 points, because in all reality, you can't stop that man, right? But don't let the others get wide open threes. Like Tobias Harris, he's a natural born choker. Right. Like it's bottom line. You let that man get confident, it's a long night. Good night, Irene. We need to basically go back to the drawing board and say, hey, you know what? Switch up the rotations. Like tell Dinwiddie, like, be the facilitator. Don't try to take over the game. Be the facilitator first. Ride the hot hand. Find a way to the fact that we couldn't find a way to get the ball to Mikal in the second half. That's egregious. Like, come on, man. Design a play. The guy's hot. Like, I thought he was going to go for 40. His mom is in the stands. I thought he was going for 40. The fact that he finished with 30. Insane.
Shout out to my guy John, man. My guy John is cooking, man. Go ahead, cook, bro.
No, I'm just saying, like, this is the thing. It's like, I see it. It's obvious. We just got to, like, I just hope, like, the coaching staff sees it. Like, it ain't about, like, oh, Embiid, like, Jack Vaughn made an excuse about, the referees are the reason why we lost by 20. No, it was effort. We didn't play with effort. Like 40-year-old,
The
my man
50-50, that's
PJ
what I put
Tucker's
the
over there
comment.
getting 50-50 balls, and guys just looking at the ball like, who's gonna get it? You gonna get it? I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get it. I
Hold
see guys
on.
diving on the floor. You gotta dive on the floor, act like you want it. And
Right.
this game right here, this is the game that they have to do it. Like this
Yeah.
game, they have to do it.
Go ahead, yo, hold on. Let Leaf cook. Go ahead, cook, Leaf.
Brooklyn fan band, man. What's going on with y'all, man? But I definitely agree with most of what everybody said, and most of what you were saying on the last video after the recap of the game and whatever. I'm going for the gusto, man. Dead serious. Cam Thomas need to be starting. It's that goddamn simple, man. Like Cam Thomas need to be starting at the
For who
two.
though? For who though?
He needs to be starting at the two, and Mikal need to move Mikal to the three.
So who's he gonna replace?
I'm fine with Dorian Finney-Smith staying at the four. If that's what they want to do, if they want to keep defense in, I'm fine with him Davon and Clash Sharp starting at the 4 and the 5 if they want to pile up. But I don't really care how it get done. Cam Thomas need to be starting. The hell with
Right.
that.
Hold on. Just to add to what Leaf is saying again, before you pulled up, we pulled up the stat. The closest game we had with the Philadelphia 76ers, Cam Thomas had 18 minutes. He had 14 points. He shot 7 for 12. So you saying Cam Thomas in the game? I done him there and started the vlog like, yo, put Cam Thomas in the game. I hope everybody that Jacques Vaughn know hear him saying put Cam Thomas in. Like, play me, coach. You gotta see Cam Thomas in his peripheral. Like, you see him in your peripheral. You know you can score.
You tell me if this is true or not. I think Sean Marks is one of the alphabet boys, and ever since Cam Thomas made that comment, they say, "Yo, throw him in the shed."
Probably right. Yeah,
I think so because it doesn't make
that's
sense.
that might be what it is, and I'm starting to lean more towards it. But I made a motivation rant video on my page, man. Check it on Leaf 4788 on my page. I followed you on Twitter too, Breeze, bro. I'll get you. I'm gonna get the link up there.
Put your link on there because I it's hard for me to find your page, man. Put your link.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that as soon as possible. But Cam Thomas need to be starting somehow, some way, man, because the plays that we running for Bridges, the same plays we need to be running for Cam Johnson because we can run the same exact shit. When you got that type of threat, when you have that type of threat, you can't sit him down.
He should be playing with him. He should be playing with him to make sure that they can't double him. Like you gotta have another option, man, another outlet.
Exactly. And the thing is like if you want extra shooting on the court, if you want to put Cam if you want to put Twin at the 4 to start him at the 4, that's fine. If you want to keep Dorian Finney-Smith to start him at the 4 so you get battle, that's fine. But Cam Thomas needs to be starting in this game. And definitely we need to do something about defensively. Definitely we don't need to be doubling Embiid all the damn time. If Embiid want to go for 50, bro, like, yo, let him and him alone beat us.
Last time I checked, when you get 50, it's 100 points you need to make it look good. Like, who's going to get the other 50? Like, I don't get that concept. Let him get his 50 and make those other guys struggle to get points.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Even Shaq at his best, man, with just getting 50, man, like couldn't beat a team by a damn self. Come on, man. Like we even Wilt with average of 50 couldn't beat a team by his damn self. Yo, let
that 100-point game.
Yo,
he lost
that game.
He
lost that 100-point game.
Exactly.
Yo, can I just do this easy math with you guys? We lost by 20. Cam Thomas averages 20 points versus Philly. This is easy math, bro. You see that? This is how much he averaged versus that said team.
Mm-hmm.
Versus that one team, he averages 20 points. So this is the stat that shows how much he averaged versus that specific team. He always gives them work. 3-point percentage. What 60%? How you don't know that?
Yo, this is logic.
How you logic? What's good?
You know what? And
you don't put him in this game.
I'm leaning towards the fine that he had got after that game because like he was on a roll playing.
Can I say something to that? I just want to say this. The name of the sport is basketball. but the name of the business is winning. If you want to win, you put Cam Thomas in game 2.
Yep, it's just that
Even
simple,
if he
man.
doesn't start, just have him in the game, man. Let him cook. Let him
I'm
feel
I'm
it out, bro.
I'm not gonna keep yelling at this damn screen, man. Like shit, it's damn 11:30, man. I gotta get up out of here and go see what the
Yeah,
hell
I'm
is
about
going
to
on
play and win.
what's going on in my joint. But last thing, man, like I already made the video. I already screamed at the air. Listen, it's time to make something shake, man. Cut this bullshit out, man, and let's get this shit going, man. And let's get these Philly is not that damn good.
Nah,
They
not at
not.
all.
He
They
Not at
put
not
all.
that
Cam
damn
Thomas.
good.
We could beat them with Cam Thomas having a more offensive. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He's 60% from 3. Like
We have to have all hands on deck, man. Him, I don't give a shit if listen, if you want to play more players, throw at something. But Cam Thomas needs to be playing, man. Breeze, man, I love y'all, man. Like, yo, we gonna get right back to it, fam. Brooklyn, my city gonna stand up. Brooklyn fan bam, salute, man. Come on.
facts.
All right.
All right. Shout out to my guy Leave. Shout out to John. Yo, man, I'm gonna be here for a little while longer, but yeah, yo, man. Look, you made a lot of valid points about where we need to go to game 2. So much so that I forgot that the part of the reason that we went so close to Philly in that one game, the closest game we had with them, is because of Cam Thomas and him shooting well at from 3. And we didn't shoot well, particularly well from 3 in the playoffs. So, again, yeah, I'm confident, and a lot of my confidence is because I feel Cam Thomas is essential to us winning. If we put him in the game, I think he's more reliable than Joe Harris in the playoffs.
That's a
In
fact.
that game, we was close.
That's
Joe
not even.
Harris, Joe Harris hit 6 3-pointers, but he took 9 of them. So what I'm saying is he did his thing, but we all know that Joe get cold. You know
That's
what I
not what
mean?
happened. That's not what happened, though, Breeze. To be honest with you, because Joe came in for that quarter and he went lights out, and then Jacques
Yeah,
Vaughn decided not to put him back in the game for whatever reason. That's
right.
not what happened. It ain't like he went cold. Jacques Vaughn
Oh
just said,
yeah,
"All
he
right,
didn't
good
go cold.
job."
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but I remember that he kept us in the game, and we held the
Yeah,
lead like that
yeah.
too. And that's what I'm saying about players like Cam Thomas. He could do that too, where he scored a stretch of points. I remember he had 16 points in the fourth quarter versus the
That should be
Knicks.
his role. That should be his role. Come off the bench. Hey Cam,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
your job. Come off the bench and just light it up.
Yo,
Then you
it
have a
was
stretch.
it was a play. I forgot his name, but they used to call him the microwave.
He played on the Pistons. He played on the Pistons. I
They
know what
used to
you're talking
call him
about.
the
Yeah, the
microwave because he
microwave.
used to get score. He used to score a lot of bunch of points and a lot of, you know what I mean, real quick. Like he used to score. Yeah, so I don't, and I think that's what Cam Thomas do. He could score a bunch of points real quick. Like he's a streaky player. Joe Harris could do it, but Cam Thomas do it well. And he's gonna draw the double team because that's the scouting report after the 40-point games, 3 back to back to back. How
Yeah,
you
Vinny
gonna
Johnson. Vinny
roll in
Johnson. The
the playoffs?
microwave. Vinny Johnson.
He
The
scored
microwave.
46 in the last game of the season. How you don't deserve to get minutes? We lost because we didn't put Cam Thomas in the game. We lost by 20. He averaged 20 versus the Philadelphia 76ers. What we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? I don't like
Look, we lost
have a
because
good day.
we didn't play at a good we didn't have a good pace because we were getting the ball across half court with like 10 seconds left. We were stagnant in terms of what we wanted to run. By the time we figure it out, it's like 5, 4, 3, and then we're throwing bombs. Like Dinwiddie got to find a way to basically get across the half court a lot sooner so we could get into our set. You can't keep doing this thing where we're like late in the shot clock trying to figure out what we want to do. It doesn't make sense. We got to play an up tempo speed game because if you watch from last season, I think KD said it best. They don't get back. They're not a good transitional defensive team. They don't get back on defense in transition. You could beat them. That's how you beat them. That slow grind it out. That we're not efficient or methodical enough to run that half court offense against a set defense like Philly, because they have the rim protection in Embiid. Embiid is not an elephant. Yeah, he's big as an elephant, but he's not an elephant. He's quick on his feet. So you can't, even if you beat him off the dribble and you think you got a layup, no, you don't. he's gonna slap your shit across the glass, man. He's gonna clean up the glass like a bum. You know what I mean?
I would like to think that we help the Big Fan Precinct with the Brooklyn Nets vlog page. Let's say theoretically they listen to this page and it help them win games. Not to say that that's what really happens, but I'm just putting it in the universe. I want to do more precaps than recaps. I'm gonna try to start doing that because I care about the Nets winning, and I think that these vlogs can contribute to that. Shout out to my guy John and everybody that was on the panel earlier. You know what I'm saying? We out here, man. I never say your last name.
I just need to see better performance, man. I just need to see a better performance based on how we lost. It was effort. Like we came to the game like we were just like, all right, we're gonna concede this game and come back next game. I saw Claxton jogging down the court. I seen him being lackadaisical, and I was like, is he playing? Like, what, he was up all night? He probably hung out with Harden, went to a strip club in Philly, and then Harden was like, oh, he look at this youngin', he don't even know I'm setting him up. And it was a 1 o'clock game. We were the worst game, to be honest. That in Atlanta, like it was not even competitive. And then when you went into the competitive games, Cleveland. To be quite honest with you, the person they should have kept was Kevin Love, because Kevin Love got experience in the playoffs. Those boys, they look shook. Jared Allen and Mobley, they look shook out there, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably get into that and with the
Garland too, they look shook.
I'm gonna get into that and with the recap. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different vibe, man. It's not no regular, like it's a different vibe in the playoffs, brother.
Hold on. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna get into that for the recap. For now, you know what I'm saying? This is, Nets right now.
No. I'm just giving an analogy. I'm not going into that. That's them.
I feel business. Yeah. I'm gonna try to do more precaps, man. I'm gonna try to pull up earlier. But shout out to y'all, man. Y'all already know Nets fans is the best fans.
I see Leonardo in the comments. He's happy about his bum ass win with the Heat. Like, cool. I get it, man.
They're good, man. Shout out to Leonardo. I see y'all for the league. I see y'all for the recap, man. Shout out to Leonardo. All right, y'all. Peace.
Big Fan Preview with the Brooklyn Nets vlog.
PROKE.